Tower of God Season 2 is just around the corner, and man or anime only's in for a treat because Tower of God second season is where we begin the true story of Tower of God, as we get introduced to a whole new set of characters, brand new arcs, new locations, as well as drip feedings of wider roles within the lore of the series and different factions within this vast universe. But Tower of God Season 2 is going to be a bit of a culture shock for many anime onlys, as there is a brief switch up from how things were in Season 1, as well as a bit of a perspective shift when it comes to how the story is being presented, at least in this initial arc that we will be getting into. Now, Season 2 of Tower of God's anime is said to be adapting the Prince of Jahad arc, which is a roughly 37 if you include the extra floor arc, 35 chapters within the webtoon or the manhwa. And at the moment, we don't know how many episodes the second season is going to have, if it's going to be a split core, a one core, or just a continuous 2-core anime. Right now, I'm going off of the idea that it's going to be a 1-core series, just like Season 1, and it will most likely just adapt the Prince of Jahad arc, in which case, it'll probably be pretty decently paced, with some cool action sequences. And I'm going to be giving you guys a brief rundown of what to expect with this season without fully spoiling the major plot beats and plot reveals within the season, as it's best for you to watch it for yourself. But if you want to know what you're getting into, then stick around for the rest of the video. But before we jump into things, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell for updates on future videos. Really helps and shows you guys enjoy the content I make on the channel and shows you want to see more. I hope you guys are enjoying the Tower of God content, as I got a couple things planned out for when the anime inevitably returns, because there is a lot to talk about for Tower of God, and I'm pretty sure a good number of people are still anime only and probably want a refresher course on certain aspects of Tower of God. But with that out of the way, let's get started. So, the Prince of Jahad arc takes place 6 years after the events of Season 1, where Bomb was thrown down by Rachel to the bottom of the second floor, where everyone was presumed that he was dead. And now, we smash cut to the 20th floor of the tower as we follow a brand new character by the name of, I'm going to butcher these names, my pronunciations are not that great, Jahad, who is a regular who has failed the 20th floor test multiple times, to the point where he's even had to take loans from a loan shark in order to remain as an active participant so he can keep points, so he can keep retrying the test over and over and to not be thrown out. But now he chooses to go for another test once more. And in this time for this test, he ends up running into a long-haired man by the name of Jehovah Grace, who is later revealed to be Bomb, who is going under a false name. Now, one core part of this instance of the story is us slowly learning why Bomb is going under this brand new name, and he has altered his appearance to essentially hide his face and have long hair, as well as a different type of outfit than he normally wears, while also not communicating and trying not to get close to people. As well as the fact that he is stated to be a Slayer candidate for the organization known as Foog. Now, what is a Slayer candidate and what is Foog? Well, I can't go too in depth to it because it is primarily spoilers, but all you have to know is that Foog is essentially a terrorist organization, essentially, or an underworld organization in the world of Tower of God. And their goals are essentially to oppose the great families of the tower. I won't go too in depth to that because that is a massive plot relevant thing, and I'd rather you guys discover this for yourselves as you go through the season and maybe later on through the manhwa. And Slayer candidates are essentially what they deem as their best or most promising fighters for their true goals. And all this plays into the mystery of why Bomb is with this organization, why he is hiding his face, why he is going by a false name. That is part of the mystery of Season 2 and this arc as we start and see the mystery slowly unravel. But Wangnan is the main character, essentially the main POV character of this arc and presumably the next arc, as he is a very vital and integral character to not just Bomb's development, but also furthering the relationship between him and this brand new cast of characters, as we meet multitudes of different regulars within this 20th floor test, like Arc Raptor, a father who has lost his daughter, Kang Horyoung, a massive man with a gentle heart who wishes to find somebody specifically, and he is the person in the PV trailer that we got for Tower of God Season 2 who Bomb fights and has that little wing off on the side of his body that ends up changing in order to fight his fighting style. We also have Go Sang, who is literally just a girl with round glasses, Her character isn't the deepest, she's actually quite the most normal character within this whole new cast, but she plays more as a type of strategist or voice of reason a lot of times within this new group, and she also has a really fun and cute dynamic with Horyang as the series progresses. We also have Yo Mi-sang, who is a little girl who's climbing the tower in search of her parents. Now, she starts off as a relatively helpless child, but as the series progresses, she actually begins to hold her own weight and develops her own unique abilities. And she plays vital roles in the character development of primarily Arc Raptor. And finally, we have Prince, who is just the cockiest kid in the room and the son of a loan shark. Believe me when I say that this kid is going to be insufferable for the first couple of episodes, and you will want to see him get punched in the face. But he does go through his own realm of character development and growth as he becomes a much more well-rounded and even likable character. But at the start, he's a dick. And after going through their first initial test, they end up deciding to make an alliance and form a team, which they then deem Team Tang-Soo-Yuk. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I am very bad with pronunciations. I cannot state this enough. In this arc, we also meet two other members of Foog, one being Ha-Ji-Sang, who is actually the one who has trained Bomb over these last 6 years, and Hua Ryun, who we actually saw in Season 1, who is the girl with the red hair and the eye patch. These two play vital roles in Bomb's development, as well as giving us an idea of the reasonings why he has changed his appearance and name, and is under the guise of a Foog Slayer and has joined their organization. Now, while we end up viewing and getting to know brand new whole cast of characters, along with being reintroduced with our MC, that doesn't mean we don't get to check in on some of our previous cast of characters. As in this arc, we actually get to see what's going on with Kun and the new team that he has formed after climbing the tower in order to help Rachel after the presumed death of Bomb. And we get to learn some of his motivations, as well as why he created his team with the specific people in mind, and even get to see him recruit one very cool character that has super speed. And he even makes plans with another character who we saw from Season 1, Pli-Su, as they end up making plans to go to the 30th floor for the workshop battle. Now, this will most likely be the crux of the 3rd season of the anime if we get to that point, and that is a relatively big arc and is also a huge tournament. But that's all I will give you guys in terms of what to expect for the future of the show, beyond the arc I am talking to you guys about right now. Now, after the initial reintroduction of Bomb, Foog, and the people that have been staying beside him and watching over him as he has been progressing through the tower, we actually get Team Sung-Soo's first real mission as they climb their tower in order to finally reach the 21st floor, where they have to take their next test, which is to enter the body of a Shinhei named Zaigana, a massive creature in this ocean-like area within the 21st floor in order to retrieve something called a Zaigana's flower. But they seem to be incredibly rare and barely grow within this creature. And the inside of this creature's body is a vast cavernous system where they have to maneuver around in order to find what they're looking for. Come back with the flower, and they pass the test in order to make it to the next floor. And this is where the climax of Season 2 will most likely be, as within this giant creature, Bomb ends up coming in contact with Uruk Mazuno, an irregular and a very powerful and infamous person from within the tower. And his appearance is incredibly epic, as he gives off the aura of someone not to be messed with, a force of nature that someone should not cross. And in this instance, he is in the way of the test, and Bomb will have to face him in order to get what he needs to pass the test. Now, this is one of those instances in an anime or manga where there is a test taking place and some random outside force comes in to kind of throw everything out the window and screw things up. How this confrontation will take place and how it will progress, I'm not going to spoil that for you. That is something that you will have to look forward to when the anime reaches this point. As in the manga, this is a really, really cool fight, and I can only imagine, based off of the teaser image we had from the anime, that this will probably be a really cool and well animated fight scene, beautifully showcasing Bomb's powers and abilities and capabilities in a fight against Uruk, who is one of the strongest characters in the series and someone not to be trifled with. And I only have high hopes for when the anime gets to this point and animates it, because I know for a fact that this will be great, and if animated well enough, it will break the internet and break into the mainstream, giving more people an opportunity and an excuse to check out Tower of God. But that's all I got for you guys today. This was a brief what you should expect, what you should know for Season 2 of Tower of God. Primarily the Prince of Jahad arc, as I do believe that these 37-ish chapters of the manhwa for what is themed Volume 2 or Season 2 of that web series will be animated pretty well into a 13-episode format for the anime if it maintains a similar format to Season 1. With, in all honesty, little to no cuts based off of what we get. That is my speculation at this point, at least. But with that said and done, that's everything you need to know before getting into Tower of God Season 2. What did you guys think of this video? What are you looking forward to the most? And if you're a manhwa reader, let me know what moment you think the anime will give extra attention to, or what moment you cannot wait to see animated within this particular season. Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, as well as what things you would like me to talk about for the future of Tower of God, as I do want to talk more about this series, and the anime coming out with its second season has gotten me a lot more motivated to actually try and do stuff with this series. And if there's anything in particular you'd like me to talk about, let me know in the comments. And you haven't already, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell for updates on future videos. Really helps, and it shows you guys enjoy the content I make here on the channel and shows you want to see more. With all that said and done, I hope to see you guys at the top of the tower, and hope you all have an awesome day.